All right, and welcome to Game 2 between Ninjas in Pyjamas and Team Lithium. Coming off a stolen win here from Ninjas in Pyjamas, and they had Ace go into the opponent's base, take the Ancient while their Ancient was getting taken. And it must have been really close. By the time I had switched over the camera to the Dire side, Radiant Ancient was down to about half health, so it was definitely surprising to see that push was in fact quick enough. But into this game too, and I feel like Lithium's almost heartbroken now.
Yeah, I saw Kezu posting on Twitter. He doesn't know what hit him in that game. I think they noticed, but it was pretty late. I noticed also late when the throne was also going down. One of the better base races, even though we didn't catch too much of it. When I say we, I mean you.
Oh, Jesus. I mean, I switched. It was half health on the Radiant side, then I switched over to the Dire side. I saw a decent amount. But, you know, that's why I need that dual PC setup. You know, Origin PC, if you're watching. See how quickly I am to just throw names around? Come on, guys. 2 PC set up in my bedroom. I get that double production. Maybe I'll hire a full-time observer. See what I can do. You know? But MNT actually says, in less than a week, I have lost an official game against Mega Creeps, and just now in a base race where opponent's throne survives with 67 HP. Lol.
Was it 67? I mean, you can't see it because because the game kind of becomes laggy after the throne dies.
Yeah. Oh my god. That's absolutely absurd. And I mean, again, yeah, it's do Lithium have the mental fortitude to push on after that? Because I feel like that's so, you know, it's just
they're probably just watching a replay to see what actually happened, what hit them.
Yeah, seriously. I mean that's definitely a rough way to lose. That's for sure. But hopefully they can come back, have the mental strength to win, and a good enough draft as they go back to the Wraith King and they pick up the Earthshaker this time. And then they're up against the tiny silencer of Ninjas in Pyjamas, and the Ogre gets banned out from Lithium, so get that respect Ogre ban coming through.
So they're opening with 2 melee. You have a Wraith King and an Earthshaker. That could easily be punished. These are not the best laners. So Silencer and Tiny, pretty versatile, can be played pretty much at any lane, any role besides position 5. Maybe he can. I'm yet to see that.
Yeah, I have not seen Silencer anywhere but 5. But usually when you see a Tiny, you're trying to be active early. I would assume that maybe you're looking for someone to possibly go late. Say a Phantom Lancer could come out from Ninjas in Pyjamas. They could go back to the Terrorblade, Tiny to open up space again. Wouldn't be surprised there.
Huh.
Phoenix gets banned. Especially after that, Ace has got to have a love for TV.
Yeah, there's a respect ban for Ogre from Lithium. Ogre was actually causing a lot of problems, not just by being the Bloodlust tool. He was in the front line, so tanky, tanking all those spells, even though in a lot of fights he was just ignored, so he was casting multicast whenever he felt blessed.
It definitely seemed like he hit like a bunch of 4 times multicast in that last game. 3 or 4. He was quite the lucky god there on that Ogre Magi.
he was not getting any multicast procs in the early stage.
Yeah, but when it went later, it felt a lot more like when he needed it, he got it, you know?
Yeah.
Because I remember that fight up towards top, towards the Radiant Secret Shop, where he got a bunch there too. And then he was working with the Ags as well, so interesting to see that unrefined Fire Blast. I don't think he actually got to 25 though. I don't recall. I think he was like 24 when the game ended, so he didn't get that extra 275 damage. But taking a long time on this 5th ban from the side of Ninjas in Pyjamas.
And they're taking pretty much all the extra time on the last band.
Will be interesting to see what they go with. They've got team fight already with the silencer. Tiny can be a 4. He could be a mid. He could be your offlaner. I would say probably everything but your 1. And they actually banned the Phantom Lancer.
Yeah, they did the same thing in game 1. After Raid King pick, they banned Phantom Lancer themselves. I think they picked Earthshaker as a first pick. So they have a counter to a Terror Blade if they decide to pick it. As a counter to a Raid King.
Mm-hmm.
So Earthshaker is really weak against hero like an Enchantress. Same goes for a Raid King, so they're gonna need
10 seconds.
a good support in the lane.
5
And
seconds
with the
remaining.
Enchantress pick, you really don't need to dual lane with Ench. You can pick more greedy position for something. Okay, Tusk is banned, but if you want to go something like, let's say, Earth Spirit, something that's not trading hits in the lane, but leaves a lot of XP for an Enchantress. Just be with her at the start.
I'd like to see what they put with this Wraith King Shaker. Enchantress picked up. Does that put Tiny... Oh, it doesn't. Never mind. I was going to ask if that puts Tiny 4, but he could still go mid. If the matchup is right.
Turn to pick.
And they go Crystal Maiden on Lithium, which I kind of like, because Crystal Maiden with the Arcane Aura, usually you don't take it level 1. Sometimes it's actually level 3 you take the Arcane Aura. You go Crystal Nova, I've seen a lot more taking level 1. But with the Arcane Aura, it kind of enables Wraith King a little bit to be throwing Wraith Fire Blast a little bit more loosely. You know, not reserving that kind of mana.
Yeah, and it also enables Earthshaker.
Seconds.
I've seen Team Lithium play same combo, CM and
5
Earthshaker.
seconds remaining.
In that case, Earthshaker does not need to go for
Radiant's turn
all those
to
cheap items. Let's say, if he goes for Tranquil Boots, he doesn't need to go for a Soul Ring, or if he just wants to go for Mana Boots, he can skip that, have, let's say, a Magic Wand, Tranquils, and go straight for a Blink Dagger, so his Dagger timing is gonna be better. This is the hero that has been so popular lately, and I just love to see it.
10 seconds.
He can build into all kind of items.
5
I've
seconds
seen,
remaining.
who was it, 9, just building Necrobook 1, then going back to Midas, so he can farm, split push a little bit, and not upgrading it at all. And this is also mana burn against the Raid King if you want to have it. So this is the reason why I mentioned that the Earthshaker and Raid King is bad opening, because you have 2 melee cores who needs to enter the bubble.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, so third melee core again. When I say core, I consider Earthshaker also being a core as position 4.
10 seconds.
But this game has really good Ags
5
upgrades.
seconds remaining.
If it comes to that, if he gets full slotted and then starts buying Aghanims for his teammates.
For the most part, though, my recent memory with seeing Alchemist games is just Alk's getting heavily shut down. And it almost sometimes feels like like the early game will go where Alk gets shut down in some which way or form. And then from there, he's trying to make it up, but then that means he's taking a majority of the farm on the map. So it just gets very difficult for any other of the cores on the side of the Alchemist to really have any sort of catch up.
Yeah, I've seen Arc Wardens being played as 1 and 2. I don't like Arc Warden that's not mid because you can't use Flux since there's always 2 heroes, so you're not getting any damage.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd prefer it to have him on a mid lane. But they can still swap things around if they feel like it. So Ursa banned out as one of the better heroes against pretty much any melee core. I think they need either safe lane carry, or if they want to put Raid King to a safe lane and have an off laner. They have a lot of initiators with Raid King, Earthshaker. I think they could go for something more elusive on a safe lane.
Dyer's turn to pick.
Bat Rider coming out, so it is looking like a safe lane Wraith King.
So I guess Bat Rider pick against the Enchantress. Feels like they want to have that matchup. Bat Rider against Ench.
It seems like, though, Enchantress, once hitting level 6, like, Crystal Maiden can just be food for Ench. Or even Arc Warden if he gets a Shadow Blade. And now Morphling coming out.
So that means that Saksa is going to play position 4 Tiny. Enchantress is going to be the offlane hero. They might put Morphling on a mid lane, yeah, because I've seen Ace most of the time when he plays Arc Warden. It's a safe lane Arc Warden.
Yeah, so Morphling, Arc Warden, Enchantress, Tiny Silencer, Tiny in that 4 position, which I don't mind at all. I think once he gets like Blink Dagger, he's pretty much off to the races. Now it's going to be a little bit slower, but you're also dealing with an Enchantress who, once Ench hits level 6, is going to start really hitting hard. So, and then they've got Teamfight with the Global Silence coming out from PPD. And if they open it up for either Morphling or the Arc Warden or both, I think Ninjas in Pyjamas can have a really fun time here. Lithium with Bat Rider, Auk, Crystal Maiden, Wraith King, and Earthshaker. So everybody's got an Ags upgrade of some sort. We'll have to see how
pretty
that
nice.
goes.
Pretty nice game for any Ags upgrade, free Ags upgrade from Alchemist. So they have an Alchemist who can run into bubble. He wants to be at the front line. Same goes for a Raid King, so that might not be the problem, but still there are 2 melee cores who can easily get kited.
Yeah, I kind of.
I gotta say, I love Nip's lineup way more. They have a little bit of everything. They have good early game, good team fight potential with the silencer. Also, Morphling doesn't have the best spells to steal this game, but he can make it work. With Crystal Maiden, Earthshaker, Fish are always good to have. Even Alchemist is not that bad.
And the Alk should. The Alk's going to be taking the Unstable Concoction cooldown too, so their lockdown's not bad.
Yeah, so I'm thinking about the Bat Rider. How does it look when he turns into and uses a Firefly?
Everybody.
I don't know. We'll have to see. It's gonna be a lot of fire.
Are you worried about this matchup for mage over mid? Oh my god.
Well, Mage lost in the previous game the early stage, but managed to come back. And then threw a game a little bit with 2 long jumps, wanted to make too much happen at a short period of time. So we're gonna have Morphling on mid. Morphling, when he starts getting levels, I think he has a better attack time. He's gonna have low HP and he's gonna stand in acid spray. Damage per second, let's say 20. So he's gonna need to bring a lot of regen on that Morphling. It's been quite some time since I saw Morph being played on mid.
Yeah, I've been seeing more and more Morphling as we've been stuck in this patch, but again, it's different heroes coming out. As I think Arc Warden too has kind of found his way into the meta. A lot more than it, you know, than we've previously seen in Arc Warden.
Yeah, he takes a lot of farm on the map, but also he makes a lot of space with his clone.
It shall be interesting to see how Lithium are going to try and shut this down, because a farmed Alk is all great, and I talk about how you know, an Alk sometimes takes all the farm off a map. Is it going to be one farmed Alk, or are we going to see one farmed Alk from Lithium against a farm Morph and a farmed Arc Warden? Like, I kind of worry if this does go ultra late. Do Lithium still have the tools, even though they have an Alk?
They have Enchantress, Morphling, you have Arc Warden, which are one of the best late game carries in the game. So I think they're fine with just taking it late if necessary.
Yeah, well, I do think they might be able to open up some space early, too. As Wraithfire Blast comes in, as well as the Fissure. Arcane Curse on the 3. Ace in a little bit of trouble, taking a lot of damage from these 3 heroes here. 4 heroes here for Team Lithium, and very easy kill there for them onto the Arc Warden.
That was a nice play. They smoked, they blocked the spawn so they can't pull. PPD does not have a sentry ward yet. But maybe they were feeling overconfident with the Arc Warden using Spark Rate there. You know that they can't go. They're gonna get 100 damage if he stacked it one more time.
And we're clear for running.
So 2 apiece looking like for bounty runes here, as is tradition. And 33 will be down here with the Tiny of Saxa. So I feel like there might be a couple of opportunities here for kills. If you're not using the enchant on to you know, a jungle creep, you could be using the enchant to slow somebody down, get an avalanche as well as a toss. As he's just striking away at Kezu for the moment.
Yeah, also enchant can be used to take some of Alchemist Illusion, which is going to be really useful after he gets Manta and Radiance.
Yeah, when you're able to just steal with enchant, it's one of those, like, similar in the way where you know, Reflection had given the AC in the last game, but like taking the enchant, you get one of those illusions, turn it right back around. It's not as good in that sense, where Reflection is really good, but Spark Wraith laid down again. Madara has to be really careful.
He has another stun. Ace could be in problem.
Now, Wraithfire Blast thrown out there. Arcane Curse comes out on the 2, but Pexu with the last hit coming in, and he takes a little bit of damage from Arcane Curse, but he's okay. Now has Crystal Nova as well as the Arcane Aura, so that's going to help Madara who's got 2.2 in terms of mana regen to just be able to throw those Wraithfire Blasts out more and more often.
How's bottom lane going? There's a tornado creep, so he's gonna zone them out. I love how he placed it so far, so they can't stun him with the Earthshaker. Oh, Mor's gonna pick up Arcane Rune. It means that Alk is gonna get harassed a lot. Alk needs to bring more regen, but Courier is being used. Healing Salves and Tango is being brought to a top lane. Wow, what a crit.
PPD is going to drop over top, but the chase is on, looking for Saksa. Kezu with the Firefly, but the damage coming out from 33. He's used the Nature's Attendance to heal himself back up. Doesn't have a kill on anybody just yet. Still looking for Kezu, but won't in fact find that kill.
33 doesn't even need the skill. Untouchable. He could go for 2 points in heal in this lane since they're really not attacking.
Oh, 1-1. I don't think untouchable, at least at this point, is too important. And he's taking a lot of damage as Madara on the run once again. Crystal Nova doing a lot here, but Madara thinks about turning around. He realizes there's a Spark Wraith right there. And he's actually going to use this salve, heal himself back up. Hexu low and on the run with the Arcane Curse on top of him, but it's not going to be enough damage. He's able to salve up once again. Meanwhile, Wraith King, Madara, Spark Wraith again doing a lot of damage.
PPD, he found Crystal Maiden, placed the knobs, but Arcane Curse, 1 second.
There it is, Arcane Curse hits, but the Wraithfire Blast coming out onto PPD. Madara's also got Arcane Curse on him. Hexu ends up dying, and Ace is here to help him kill Madara. So a quick +4. Meanwhile, Kezu over bottom drops.
Oh, that's so valuable. He stole 4 intelligence.
Never hear the end of this.
Okay, he just dies. 3 gold for Madara. This Wraith King Skeleton, 350 move speed, takes him down.
Wraithfire Blast on to Ace. Into the dome he'll go. Arcane Curse comes out. Ace is going to be under that tower, and okay.
So Ace still saving points. 1 point in Wraith. He's level 4. No points in Flux so far. Flux is kind of useless. That's why I don't like Arc Warden in a safe lane, because Flux damage is just mitigated by sticking together with the buddy-buddy system.
Still looking for my own buddy-buddy. Sorry, I'm alone here. But Peksu hit with the last word, and we'll throw out that Crystal Nova, body blocking PPD from getting this bounty rune. No, PPD, it's worth nothing.
He's gonna die.
Yeah, there was an attempt, and now Peksu falls. Madara with the Wraithfire Blast, and one more shot. History repeating itself, where PPD gets a kill onto the Silencer and then falls to the Wraith King.
And he gets the rune. More than enough for him.
He's got 6 stolen intelligence. PPD's got himself boots. Sox is actually going to come up top, as Fissure was thrown out of the Enchantress, but they can't really dive in deep on that. They'll have Soxa with the Avalanche and the Toss. Ace will be sitting further back. I believe they want to toss him towards the tower and towards Ace. And that's exactly what they get here, is he's now by himself. Flux comes in with the Spark Wraith. The damage should be enough with another Spark Wraith laid down. Frost Nova will come out, but not enough. Crystal Nova.
Oh, Enchantress on the bottom. 3 stacks, but that's only level 1 heal. MNT will have another Enchant Totem.
33 falling to Kezu, the Firefly. Just more than enough, and took one in the Untouchable. I feel like you could have gotten to the 022 if you really wanted to.
Meanwhile, on the mid lane, Mage is getting destroyed by this Morphling.
Down 2
He's
levels.
level 5. Yeah,
And that's not helping.
that's gonna be almost 3 levels ahead. Double the CS. He has 25 denies.
And he's 39 and 25 to the 23 and 1 of this Alec. So many denies here for this Fada Morphling. And it puts him just millennium ahead. And actually, bottom, wave form in. Oh, just get the kill on the Kezu. Comes over for a moment. It won't pull him too far out of the lane. He's going to use this shrine, get more mana. Yeah, Alchemist now hits level 6. But at the same time, Fada's about to hit level 9.
Yeah, and Silencer has 10 stolen intelligence. So that means, I mean, you have a Crystal Maiden Aura. Your mana is going to regen up, but it still cripples you.
Bottom.
Radiant's middle tower can't handle this deluge.
Nature's Attendance comes out here, and Enchantress will be okay. And just about level 9 is Fada. And he's looking for treads into Ghost, into E-Blade. Wow.
Yeah, that's kind of a classic build for a mid-morph. He can still swap things around. We'll see. He's gonna need Lincolns this game because of Batrider Lasso. We have Raid King Stun. Just 1, 2, 3, 4 single target spells. And Enchantress on the bottom is maxing the enchant. Whenever Batrider tries to go, she just uses enchant and runs away.
With the Wraithfire Blast, Arcane Curse in the last word, but it's not going to be enough. Now the Avalanche Toss comes out. Peksu is going to take a lot of damage here and fall to PPD, who's got himself 12 stolen intelligence. Loving life at the moment with 12 stolen intelligence.
Yeah, level 5. I've seen Silencers being played as position 5, where they skip getting the last word because it got nerfed so hard. I mean, you get it a bit after. Let's say you put 2 points, 3 points in Arcane Curse, Blades of Wisdom. Maybe you get it after level 6.
Now taking a lot of damage over mid from Fada. The chase is on in that ult. He's got the haste, but he ends up losing track of him. While meanwhile, top PPD is very deep here.
Yeah, that's a bit too deep. He bought ring, sold it. What is he buying? Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, Morphling just destroying the game. 10 agility already picked up. He's level 10 before 10-minute mark. That's just insane.
It almost seems like he's having the perfect Morphling game. Ooh, Avalanche thrown, and there's the level 6 of 33 showing up. No! Ah, the mischance. He had that Crystal Maiden dead to rights. PPD's gonna fall as Peksu, who got away with 50 health, ends up getting the kill. Saksa might follow suit as the Avalanche is thrown onto both Madara as well as Mage. But he's slowed up Spark Wraith as well as the enchant. Saksa hoping maybe neutrals. Can you help me? Yes, they can.
Sick play. Meanwhile, on the mid lane, Ace, level 5 only. She's gonna die. The Kazu has no escape mechanism. Pretty even game with a lot of action. 21 kills in 10 minutes. Simultaneous action happening on 2 sides. Earthshaker should be careful.
Can't believe just the mischance coming through like that, unfortunately. Sox is actually coming in soon enough. He's got the Avalanche, and there's the waveform forward. Actually tosses Fada up in the air, and maybe next time still gonna fall. And they also take the tier 1 tower.
He tried to deny the tower. Oh, do they have... Okay, so he's morphing everything into agility, and then Tiny used a couple of bottle charges on him.
It's that efficiency coming out.
How's our boy Alex standing? Power Treads, Ring of Aquila. 1.7k gold. Tiny just trying to harass him, steal some gold.
Over top, they'll get the kill into 33. Freezing Field, that was dropped after 33 was already dead. And you'll leave it out here, and now you just farm up a little bit, get this tower. Meanwhile, Soxa gets the kill on MNT. Taking a lot of damage is Kezu. Got the Arcane Curse on him with 12 stolen intelligence here for this silencer. So PBD hits, you know, decently well. Last word, Flame Break. Avalanche comes in, and PPD even happier as he grabs himself 2 more intelligence.
Man, Sox is all over the place. He's involved in 8 kills so far. He's gonna have a Blink Dagger in 300 gold. And on the bottom lane, they can't enter this part of the map, Team Lithium, because Morphling is having a really good time. He actually decided to go for Lincoln Sphere, which is a safer choice. You can't deal damage if you're dead.
Fissure. MNT actually still doesn't have Echo Slam or anything. But Spark Wraith thrown out. Now they've got the Wraithfire Blast on Ace. Ace has to be careful as he's hit with the Frostbite. He needs to kind of leave here. Doing a lot of damage to Pexu. Gets the kill, but now level 6 is MNT. I believe he got himself that Tome of Knowledge as that fight was happening. Global Silence comes through. And
he used Global just so Batrider can't use Flaming Lasso and Morph can get out. He was in a really bad spot.
Just in the nick of time, he can read a book and gain some knowledge. Get that Echo Slam out there.
Can you enchant Skeleton summoned by a Wraith King? I don't know.
Would you, though?
Well, I would
Avalanche
definitely.
comes out. 33. Pinched in here. Pexu comes and gets the kill. They're also looking for Soxa. Trying to run away. Here come the skeletons. The Wraith crew is here, and Kezu's here as well. And Madara ends up cleaning up Soxa. So a couple of kills there for Lithium, as Alchemist was involved. He's now at 3,000 gold. You think this Alc is farming quickly enough, though? He's not sitting top of the net worth, so it does make me worry.
That's not the best timing for a Radiance, but he's still gonna get it. He just needs 2-3 more minutes. If they can make action happen somewhere else. Batrider does not have a Blink Dagger yet, but Wraith King has, so he should be the one trying to make a space. He didn't go for any greedy items, so this is really good. Oh, he got blocked by Arc Warden. Blink Dagger is ready on Wraith King.
Fissure comes out, and they were trying to stop Ace, but the waveform is there. Ace gets the kill onto MNT. Madara is in a lot of trouble. Ace still doing a lot of damage. There's the Freezing Field. Madara low. Fada trying to find an answer here as the lasso comes in. They'll get the first life on this Wraith King, but they'll also be able to kill off this Crystal Maiden. Now the chase is on. Madara taking a lot of damage. Wraithfire Blast onto the Tiny, but he's not the one you should really be worried about. The one you should be worried about is 33, but oof, just blinks out. That Arcane Curse does not land.
A little bit too aggressive from a Morphling. Yes, he had Arcane Rune, but still, you can die. He was standing in a Batrider's Firefly and Crystal Maiden ulti.
Yeah, that was very unfortunate. He was sitting in that Freezing Field for a while, too.
Yeah, I talked about items on Earthshaker when you have Crystal Maiden in your team, and she maxed the aura. So he's not getting any items, just a Triangle Boots for the move speed, and he can afford to go for a Blink Dagger. Then he gets himself to level 10, gets the mana, and he's good to go.
Mail next for the Wraith King. He's got his Blink Dagger, as we saw. Blink Dagger finally picked up here for the Batrider. But now the smoke comes out. You've got the Blink on Soxa. 33 with the Dragon Lance. He's going into the Hurricane Pike. Let's see if they're able to pull something off here over bottom. Meanwhile, coming over is Fada too. So, like you said, you wanted him to get the Lincolns, and that's what he's going to go for before this E-Blade. Avalanche from Saxa. But the blink away from Madara. Arcane Curse on top of him. Now the last word. Gonna follow it up. But there's the Wraithfire Blast coming through. He does not have Reincarnation again. And he won't get out of this one. Another +2 for PPD. And another -2 for Madara.
Yeah, they needed to make something happen, so Alk will have enough amount of time to buy his Radiance. Radiance is up, 700 gold in his pockets, which means 2 cores on each side are going to continue to farm, one with Midas, double Midas, and one with Grievel's Greed. A lot of farm on top for Alk.
Surprised that the when you morph into the Earthshaker, the cosmetics still stay the same. Because he threw that fissure and it still looked just the same, which is interesting. And with like Rubik, it's not. I wonder if that's intentional or not.
We're still in beta.
It's just because it's those little things. When people were talking about, with the Rubik Arcana, they're like, oh, if everything was green, people would know the difference between your skills. Well, you have that slight difference with the fissure, and then with this, the Morphling, he throws the fissure out, and it looks just the same.
Dyer's top
Not
tower is about to
just trying to
take
make
the
banter
blood.
here a little bit, Lacoste. I'm trying. It's not my
Yeah, I
strong
know.
suit.
I'm not falling for it.
Ooh, over top, lasso on a PPD. With the Crystal Nova, and then the Frostbite. Freezing Field drop down as well, as the Adept Strike stops that in its tracks. But it pulls Fada in. Now the Avalanche, as well as Fada doing enough damage to kill off Peksu. But Fada needs to be careful as these stuns starting to stack up. He actually gets tossed away from them. What a save by Saxa.
That was nicely done. They need Silencer ulti so they can team fight. We can see the Alk's Grill Greed kicking in. Now they're ahead 1k, and Earthshaker, if they can get this kill on him, he has no mana for a TP. Where's Crystal Maiden Aura? She's dead, so no mana regen.
Trying his hardest, but the Global Silence comes out. It actually trades the life of Ace. Definitely not what he would have wanted, but Arcane Curse, not going to be enough to kill. Maybe next time. He'll throw the last word over in Madara. As well as Saxa coming in, tosses him back to PPD. Avalanche once again. He does have Reincarnation, so if you kill him, you're gonna be slowed up as I'm choking up here, but Arcane Curse comes through, the Crystal Nova slows him up. Mage is here to get the kill. And yeah, they wipe Reincarnation out, but if they don't get the kill again while that's down, that doesn't really seem too worth it.
Yeah, Morphling will need more time. I think this game could easily last for 60 minutes plus, considering how good of a late game both teams have. Ruins are spawning. It's gonna be 2-for-2 trade.
Blink.
Oh, maybe I spoke too soon. Kezu with the Fissure managed to grab one of the runes.
Yeah, they actually get a bunch of runes there.
Yeah, because they bottle it, it looks like they picked up 7 runes.
Yeah, they got 3 there, if I'm doing my NA math correctly.
Well, NA math is always correct.
You're right, you're right. We just don't check our math. There's no need to, if we're always right. 33. Seems like this Hurricane Pike's been taking forever, but he's almost done with it. Take a look over bottom. Maybe next time he does have this Echo Slam. Backing off will be Saxa. He's by his tower. And the stun was charged up for the thought of going in. But unfortunately, he will be stunning himself as Saxa wisely blinks back. But smoke coming out on PPD as well as Fada. Tome of Knowledge here for Morphling to get him to 15.
Dyer's top tower.
Oh, wow, what if he gets on level 20 morph targets allies, and then he turns into Arc Warden and they keep spawning these magnetic fields, fluxes, spark rates?
Hey, stop. That sounds disgusting.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
Oh my god. I always love when I see like a morph against Medusa or something. Or something ridiculous.
Middle tower is drowning.
Or against the Winter Wyvern. They're postured here mid. I mean, Ace's Tempest double should see this.
Dire's middle tower.
And Soxa hit with the Wraith Fire Blast. They'll have the lasso to follow it up, but we'll see if he can make up the distance. The stun is there. There's the lasso. And there's a quick kill on to Soxa. So Pexu gets credit for that one. They grab another one. We're even here at 20. But 4,000 net worth lead towards Lithium.
That was an overkill. Yeah, not needed to use lasso there. Alk had the blink ready. I guess a little bit of miscommunication. I still didn't see Global used in a real team fight. Global used only once, just to get Morph safely to base, and that's it.
Yeah, it seems like they haven't exactly set up towards getting that big team fight, and then working with that Global Silence just yet. They've got the Hurricane Pike here for Enchantress. Morphling has his Lincolns. Now the Global Silence comes out. You take a look as the Wraith King taking a lot of damage. The first life will be used, and now the Blade Mail comes out as the Wraith Fire Blast is going to be thrown from Fada as he morphs, but a nice Echo Slam on a 3 with the Fissure following it up. 33, Soxa, both gone. Madara, he ends up dead. Fada trying to do all he can here, but he's getting overwhelmed. The Magnetic Field placed down by Ace. PPD, he comes in, he's already used that Global Silence. Arcane Curse laid out, and now the Totem on top with the lasso. Mage gets the kill onto Ace, pulling Fada close, trying to morph into the strength. There's the waveform, but not enough. Kezu will get the kill. 4 kills here for the side of Lithium after losing just the Wraith King.
They used Global Silence to start the fight with, after they ran into Wraith King who had Reincarnation. That's not the best way to use it. And this Alchemist is extremely farmed right now. He has Manta style. Enchantress does not deal that much damage at this point. Tiny also transitioning into some kind of a semi-damage dealer with the build he's going for. Power Threads, going for Echo Saber. This Alka is gonna start to cause problems. Once he gets his Octarine Core, lower the cooldown on the items, they're gonna have hard time dealing with the split push. The only one who pushes the wave fast are pretty much Arc Warden. They have Morph and Tiny if he uses a combo.
So Mjolnir for Ace, but we've seen Ace get picked off. I mean, he's 4 and 8. That is pretty ridiculous with an Arc Warden. And you've got 2 deaths here for Fada. He hasn't really died too much, but it still just seems like such a rough game for the Arc Warden.
Oh, they're getting bounty runes again. 3 bounty for 1 trade with Alchemist.
Oh boy.
I love about Batrider that he just shows on the bot lane, uses his combo, and there's starting to switch to top. He has Blink Dagger and Lasso ready. They're looking for a pickoff. The problem is, on the Nip side, dude, they have only 2 heroes who are farming. And that's Morph and Arc Warden. Arc Warden takes a lot of space, which means that other heroes are not gonna get that much farm.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Fada's starting to push here a little bit. But here comes M&T. He's got the Echo Slam.
Dire's top
He's
tower
invis with this
is
Shadow Blade, and Fada now onto the high ground. There's the Wraith Fire Blast, popping the Lincolns with the Fissure right on top. Echo Slam used. Is it going to be enough to go silence Fada? Woo! Morphing into the strength, and now he's going to be able to waveform down a little bit lower. Woo! Just getting out of there, and so will 33. But again, that is a defensive Global Silence.
That's worth it. 5 heroes showed on the map, which means they can farm this whole area. gem picked up by a Bat Rider plus a Yule Scepter. So he has a tool to remove the Lincoln Sphere with, and they want to get rid of the Vision, maybe even try to get into a next team fight since they know that the Global is down, maybe even try to force a Roche. They have Vampiric Aura, and they have a couple of heroes that they can tank it with.
This is... All of a sudden, I was talking about how the game was close, and Alchemist, you know, wasn't really pulling far ahead, but he's 8,000 net worth above the Arc Warden, double the net worth of the Morphling, and they're 10,000 net worth ahead. The one thing I talked about in the draft, though, is when Alchemist kind of takes all the farm. We're kind of seeing that. Wraith King and Bat Rider do almost have 10,000 net worth, but they are sitting behind both the Arc Warden as well as the Morphling, although ahead of the Enchantress.
Oh, Bat Rider. You do not want to lasso Tiny because of the status resistance. It's not gonna waste long. This is a decent pick off. It could have been better since Global Silence is on cooldown.
Yeah, the lasso on Tiny sometimes just doesn't seem worth it.
You don't have enough time to pull him back because he has no Force Staff and it wouldn't last long, or the team needs to be in a better position.
Shadow Blade for Ace next. Well, the Morphling finishing off the, or going for the Skadi. He's got the Dragonlance as well as the Lincoln Sphere. And 33 for Aeon Disc and then the Axe. So we'll see how quickly he farms that. But his farm hasn't been amazing, as of course it's been focused on both the Arc Warden and the Morphling.
Yeah, because they farm fast, take a lot of farm on the maps, which means one of your cores is not gonna be as farmed as you. Global is up. This is the first life of a Wraith King.
First life, there's the Global. Meanwhile, Bat Rider tossed up. They've got a lot of damage coming in, but just getting away with that Firefly.
Middle tower is under attack.
Now Global's down again, and they didn't really find much for that. It looked like they were going to get the Bat Rider, but he came over this little cliff area here and was able to Firefly out.
The lanes are always in a good spot because Alk pushes the waves. Global is down. They might want to try to smoke. How much vision does Nip have? They have 1, 2 wards on the map. Actually 3 because Piccoli just planted one.
Once again, Kezu getting low, but now Madara popping the Blade Mail, trying to run. He doesn't have Reincarnation at the moment, but he's forced all the way back and still, though, surviving through it all. This is, good job from Ninjas in Pyjamas to not have, I would say, deter them on Lithium from pushing too heavily, because they still have this tier 2 mid. I thought with Global Silence down, surely Lithium would try and take a fight and go for it, but we'll have to see. I think the next one fight does mean Roche, though.
Yeah, whoever wins next fight is gonna go for a Roche. Definitely. Do they want to smoke? Looks like they are grouping up. Does someone have a smoke? No smokes yet. Maiden wants to get herself to level 15, so she has that GPM talent. Getting closer to buy a Spirit Vessel, which is one of the best items you can have on Morphling, and Morphling has no defensive ones yet. He's probably need to go for different kind of a build, maybe even build that Satanic at one point, so he can stand his ground against all these tanky cores.
Into Roche they will go. Let's see what they're able to do here, as doesn't look like Ninjas in Pyjamas are gonna spot this out. I mean, the Arc Warden's Tempest Double did spot them near the Roche pit, but yeah, they won't be here in time.
So that's gonna be Alk with Aegis, has no boots, but feels like They are ready to go. They have Raid King level 16. Ideally, they would want him to be level 18, but has the AC on, so they can pressure the towers even harder. Alchemist needs to buy Boots of Travel so he can deal with the split push. Maybe even a Batrider.
Dire's middle tower is under pressure.
So what's the game plan here from Ninjas in Pyjamas now that they have the Aegis on the side of Lithium? It just seems like they don't have free reign to push, but they're going to take these outer towers. They're going to pressure these lanes, and with a pick off, we could definitely see them move high ground.
Oh, can I find him?
Oof. The first life, and that's still just a level 2 reincarnation. Saksa trying to run away. The stun charge up by Mage. They actually get away from this one, and he's gonna... Ooh, nice little dodge there, but PPD. Meanwhile, bottom spotted out by Kezu, as well as maybe next time to get that kill. Mage taking a lot of damage here. Freezing field laid down. 33 has to be careful. Now the unstable concoction is going to be thrown out at Ace, and he's just gone. Hexu falls, but 33 left to his own accord here, as he needs to try and find a way out. Saksa again. But Fada, he's turned into the Tiny. They'll take out Saksa. And 3 heroes dead on Ninjas in Pyjamas. They don't actually have Ace for another 60 seconds.
Ace has no buyback. That means that they're gonna lose one set of Raxes at least, probably. They still have Aegis. Global is up though. But they don't know that Ace does not have a buyback.
They are looking to go in again, the unstable concoction as well as the flame break. Saksa comes through with the avalanche. Now 33 trying to run away with the Lincolns placed on him by Fada. And just taking so much damage at the moment. 33. Get the Nature's Attendants out.
Dire's middle barracks have fallen.
A team that gives up their barracks earns no
17,000 net worth lead. Alk has enough money to buy Aghanims for someone. These Aghanims are gonna be really good. You have Earthshaker in your team, you have Raid King, which is one of the better Aghanims you can get, which means that they can't blow you up. The global silent doesn't mean that much. You're still gonna be able to use your spells.
Bottom, Ace's Tempest Devil almost takes out this Crystal Maiden. Feels like Ace hasn't really been all too effective this game. Not really amounting to much, really, it seems like, but ooh, over top. Arcane Curse comes out, still gets the blink away. Spark Wraith swimming its way all the way over to Kezu, but that draws them in, and Madara's here. PPD caught very far away from his team and will eventually burn to death thanks to Kezu's Firefly. Take a look over at Madara. The Tempest Double will get the kill onto Madara.
Yeah, he has no mana because Ace has a Diffusal Blade, so he burned all his mana.
And the Fisher comes out with the Global Silence. They look over at Kezu. They'll grab themselves one there. Meanwhile, 33 taken out by Mage. The Echo Slam laid down onto Saksa, but he's still not dead. Nice stun coming out onto 2 here as PPD. He's going to end up falling. Ace is dusted up, trying to run over to the shrine with 33 nearby. Fada's got a double kill. The only one left alive right now is this Alchemist. Throws the stun out at Ace, and now this Shiva's Guard comes out. Ace needs to run, and he doesn't have this Shadow Blade tossed up in the air. That's going to be the Aegis. Nobody...
This is a full team wipe.
Yeah, the Mage is going to be dead again. Question is whether or not he can take one more for his troubles. He looks over at Saksa. Avalanche comes out. There's the toss. Saksa needs to run. And Mage will finally get him as he burns him out with this Radiance, and we form over. Mage still not dead. Charges up the stun. Hitting away at 33 and just blows up this Enchantress.
Wow, Fada is so low. He didn't even go for Unstable Concussion cooldown. He went for attack speed, maybe, so that he can try to attack Enchantress, have more attack speed. Man, this is a one-man army. He's sitting on, what, 6,000 gold in his pockets right now. He can sell Power Threads. He's getting closer to level 25.
That was pretty impressive there to get those kills, because it looked like they had surrounded him and made sure that they were going to be able to find that second kill onto the Alec. But he grabs a couple of kills of his own. He's building an Ags. He's going to start dishing them out like it's 1999, ready to get his team in form with these Ags. Kind of worried at this point as it's getting into the ultra late game, and I don't know. Why does it feel like Ace isn't just, Ace isn't doing a lot in this game so far? He's got the most net worth by 4,000 on his team, but at the same time, he looks so easy to just destroy in these fights.
He has a lot of stuff in his face and does not have a mobility item. He's going all in with the damage. Shadow Blade is picked up. That's his only save, and Batrider has a gem for quite some time, so it's hard for him to play. He can always drag him out of the bubble, use Flame Break to get him out, and yeah. He decided to go for that Diffusal Blade, but I don't think that's gonna be worth it, because Wraith King is already level 19, so he's gonna have a Reincarnation mana cost.
Coming out on the 3, they've got the Unstable Concoction. They'll get the kill into PPD as well as the Lasso. That'll come through in the Freezing Field right on top of that, but it's immediately stopped thanks to Saksa. Fada's dead, though. They'll find Saksa as well.
Double kill.
And 3 kills there for Team Lithium.
Is about to take the plunge.
They're buying back. Silencer does not have a buyback, neither does Tiny.
Dyer's bottom shrine is under
It's
attack.
not looking good at all, but Ace, I mean, he's just searching as he gets to the high ground. Aegis is going to be reclaimed, but the Fissure is there as well as the Flame Break, and Ace obliterated.
That's a game. He does not have a buyback that can just go through the mid and those tier 4s. Aghanim Scepter is ready on Wraith King, and it just doesn't feel like Nip can take it.
With Ace not alive, I don't have to look at the Radiant Ancient, just in case somehow. I mean, I know they have tier 2s and tier 3s still standing. I don't know, Ace can surprise us all sometimes. That was some bad NA humor there for you, Lacoste, as well. I'm trying to dish it all out.
I noticed.
I'll call myself out bad jokes.
They should just go in. It feels like Lithium is a little bit afraid that they might overextend.
Avalanche Toss coming out as well as the Global Silence. They look at Mage, but with this ulti just getting so much back. There is the Echo Slam being laid down. Fada dies down for 2 minutes, and GG's called. Lithium, it really could have been a 2-0 for Lithium, but instead we're going to a game 3 after what Ace had done in game 1. And Lithium looked pretty good here. I mean, it was close for a while. And then once Alex started really pulling away, it seemed like it was Lithium favored the entire time. For some reason, there was this jump down from the win probability from 100% to like 45 right before the game ended.
Yeah, I gotta say, people don't give enough credit to, I'm gonna call them stacks of players, because I think they're not an actual organization, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think they have a sponsor, so they still need to prove themselves. They're always gonna be an underdogs, but this just shows how strong of a team Lithium is. I love what they're doing. They have a little bit of a different approach than other teams of picking the heroes. That's why, for example, you have a certain player who plays heroes like Kazu, Batrider. That hero isn't seen that much in the scene, and it's working out for them. I'm happy to see that we're going into game number 3, because both teams are, I'm gonna say, pretty equally skilled.
Yeah, it's again, like you said, it's just the stacks, and it really is interesting when you've got teams that are just underestimated.
I didn't see too much of a Lithium, and that's why I mentioned in the first game that I still think that NiP is a better team. They have better players in terms of what they have done through the past, but some new kids are on the block. We talked about Mage. He died once this game after he got some serious ass beating in the laning stage. Same goes for game 1 against Nip. So this guy knows how to come back into the game.
Yeah, he definitely does know how to come back into the game. He proves it there with the Alchemist. So we'll have to see who will take game 3. Another game 3 coming up after a quick break. As it's, I'm joined here by Lacoste. I'm your caster Bkop, joined with the luxurious Lacoste. And we'll be back with game 3 in just a moment. I hope you guys are enjoying it. It wasn't as much of a base race that time around, and after a while it did get a little bit slow, and you kind of felt Lithium winning, but we'll get an exciting game 3. I guarantee it here.